Hi, folks. Let's go back to Cloudpunk. I forget what we were doing, but I remember that we left Huxley near an old abandoned theater to try to figure some stuff out. And, we went to the Andersons at Anderson Plaza in the Anderson building. Let's see, what else did we do? Just a moment. Okay, good. Right. Right, we need to, yeah, we met Comrade Bob. We need to go find some people inside the quarantine zone. We gotta go save some people. Let's go. Whew, all right. It's been a couple of days, but it already feels like a lifetime. But hey, we're back. Soaring through the skies. Let's go. Oh, you know what? I should stop and just fuel up. Sounds like a good idea. Alright.
You did it! Great job!
Oh, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. Right. Okay. Alright, now we can go without, you know, worrying about running out of fuel at a critical moment. Alright, let's head off to Caledonia. You know what? What if we check to see if there's like some upgrade we can get for the old hover car? Just in case. Hi. Yeah, I would like to fix the damage I inflicted on my vehicle. We got everything. I super don't want the retro antenna. Good. Great. Okay. So we're heading into Caledonia. Yeah, I hope things went well for you too. For y'all too. I had some Chinese food delivered for Christmas and then immediately lodged something between two of my teeth. It was fine, I got it out, but it still smarts a little bit. It's like, whew, that was like painful. I get easily like stressed out about my teeth. Thankfully, they always seem to be more resilient than I give them credit for. Yeah, the rain is really good. Which works out because it's always raining in this town. Oh, is it literally this place? It's right there. In the middle of town. Really? Alright, sure. Jeez. Alright, let's see. Oh, yeah. Apparently, yeah. It's get food lodged in your teeth Christmas. Hi, security guard.
This whole area is about to be quarantined, ma'am. I know you got a contract to pick up some folk, but you gotta be quick. If you're not back soon, you're gonna get stuck on the other side.
I understand.
Alright, talk to all the survivors. Hi, Jean.
Hi, how are you?
I am good, thank you. My service tag is GN. How are you doing?
Peachy? Are you brand new? You're so shiny.
I am 18 hours old, and I have to say,
Oh, dang.
I've only spoken to 6 people so far, but I have liked almost all of them.
Almost all?
I also spoke to Mr. Sharp.
So, you're fresh out of the box. What is your programming?
My default functions have not yet been set. I was purchased by a restaurant and was activated by a chef and another chef who talked to me about cooking and also food.
Sounds like you were going to be a chef.
Why do you say that?
Just a hunch. So what happened?
All the humans in the restaurant started to cough. Then
You
they were
did it!
rolling,
Great
then twitching.
job!
Oh, thank
then
you.
they were still.
Thank you
I
so
guess they were
much.
poisoned by the gas leak. And you were the only one left?
Yes, they didn't instantiate my base programming, so I am in generic mode. I just love to be helpful. It's my favorite thing.
What will you do if you can get out of here, GN?
I don't think I will get out. They will send me back to the factory to be wiped.
But you've already been activated. If they wipe you, won't that be like...
I do not want to go, but if I am not wiped, I have one recorded owner, and my market value will be far
Oh,
less.
jeez.
If I am wiped, I can be sold as new.
But androids can't be owned anymore, not since the law changed.
We're only considered emancipated after we've been born, and we aren't born till we're given a name.
You have a name.
No, that is my service tag.
Can I give you a name?
No, only my first legal employer can do that. And they don't give us a name till we sign a work contract. Usually, for at least 10 years.
Dang.
What about if I got you out of here?
Perhaps. I would like to help people. I really like helping. I have only done 12 different things so far. But helping is by far my favorite. Much better than worrying about my own mortality.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so that's GN. Yeah, hi. Cloudpunk is a voxel-based cyberpunk game where you're a courier for an illicit company. So basically, you mostly just ferry people or packages around.
Hi, I'm Rania. So, looks like we're stuck here, Mr...
I'm sorry, I don't have any business cards left.
Me neither. But you can still tell me your name, right?
I guess so. The cards are eggshell with a hollow finish. The font is an archaic neoclassic choice called Tahoma. They have my office number, so I never forget where I work.
And they say your name, which is...
Oh, right. Quincy Sharp, CEO.
CEO, wow. For which corp?
Again, I'd have to check my card.
You don't know which corp you work for?
We just went through a rebranding. I really couldn't say.
You know, I've always wondered, what does CEO stand for?
No one remembers. We just use it for the upper-level management in corps.
How do you get a job as a CEO?
Foresight, leadership, boldness, thinking both inside and outside the box. Blue sky thinking, being a savage, originality. Those are the characteristics that make you a real game changer.
And money, right? No one works up to be a CEO these days. You need limbs in the first place.
I always see money as a kind of energy force, and I've been able to act as a conduit and channel that energy through positive thinking. My father also left me a small trust fund.
Yeah, there we go. There it is. There
Is
it is.
anyone worried about you back home?
My father, for sure. Although, we haven't spoken since I faked an alibi for my brother-in-law after he ran over that colored lady.
Okay,
Oh, God,
to
I should go.
directly to hell for you. Right. No, this is bathed in flames. I don't care. All right. Wow.
Hi. Can I talk with you for a minute, sir?
Mom, yes, Mom. Sergeant Kai, pleased to meet you.
My name is Rania. How long have you been in the army?
312 years, man and boy. Or Android and circuit board. Am I right?
Yeah, good one. Hey, what do you know about this accident?
Very little, Mom. I'm on need-to-know programming, and I do not need to know this.
Do you have any friends or family looking for you?
I got the old boys waiting for me at the oil guzzler. It's my local.
Are you retired?
Yes, Mom. There's not many of us Markades left in the city. We're antiques. I was originally programmed to run an all-terrain vehicle during the Rat Wars.
The Rat Wars? Were you really fighting?
Rats, yeah. Well, at first, they grow pretty big in the lower levels of Nivalis, scurrying down corridors in swarms, hundreds of them, millions, big as horses.
Was it really a war if you were fighting rats? It sounds more like you were an exterminator.
If you'd been there, you would have called it a war.
And I don't suppose you have much savings as a veteran either?
Barely a penny to my name.
Alright, well. No, there's a new person here. Nope.
Roulette, craps, blackjack, Android RPG tool. Oliara has it all.
Oh.
Hello, miss.
Not miss. I'm a doctor.
Oh, sorry about that. Are you okay, doctor?
Yes, yes, sorry for snapping. This is all just very stressful. My name is Dr. Ochoa. Nice to meet you. Are you a...
I'm just stuck here like you. What happened?
They say it was a toxic gas leak. Some of my patients have been having trouble with their breathing in the last few weeks. I thought it was just smog, but I guess it was much worse than that.
Are you sick?
I have no symptoms of respiratory illness. I am feeling lightheaded, but I think it's the heat in here. And the stress. Have you talked to that butler woman? What a nightmare.
What caused the toxic gas?
I don't know. The whole city is falling apart. Explosions, gas leaks, trash mountains, logic virus bombs. Whole districts getting relocated.
Can we go to Trash
The economy
Mountain?
is in constant flux. My grandmother was an old tech priest. She used to say the city has a spirit, and that spirit gets a little angrier every year.
You don't believe that, right? You're a doctor.
No, I don't believe the city is the avatar of a new dark god rising. My grandmother had early onset dementia.
So why is everything in the city getting worse then?
No one else will say it. But when you're a doctor, you learn that sometimes you just have to say, I don't know. Questions create a vacuum that answers want to fill. But bad answers are worse than no answers.
What will you do when you get out?
Drink some vodka. Phone my ex-husband and tell him I still hate him. But he can stop worrying about me. Eat some takoyaki.
Will you be able to afford the rescue insurance if someone picks you
Ah,
up?
there we go.
No way. I've only been out of medical college 10 years. It doesn't matter though. No one's coming anyway. We're just gonna have to wait it out.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right. So the writing in this game is pretty good, except when it falls flat. And when it falls flat, it falls hecking flat. Like the, you know, the things Sharp said, and also, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of, like, you know, using dementia as a punchline. Even if it was played, like, very straight, it just, feels like maybe not a thing to make a joke about.
Hi, my name's Rania. I'm just chatting with everyone to pass the time. How are you doing?
Why are you asking so many questions?
I just said, I asked one!
I didn't think I was.
Look, it wasn't my fault. You know that. I know that. The lab has accidents all the time. It was definitely one of the interns.
Do you work in a lab?
I own the lab. And no, None of us could have predicted the... Are you with Corpsec?
Definitely not.
If you can find a way to get me out of here,
there we go.
I'll make it worth your while. I told the Corpsec officers at the perimeter that I had rescue insurance, but they didn't believe me. You believe me, right?
Sure, I'll just go get you some help.
Okay.
Life Corp, become your new perfect.
And then... Oh my gosh, Mrs. Octavius Butler's here. Oh no!
Hi, I remember you.
Oh, thank Cora you're here. It's good to see you, miss. I was so thankful to Skypunks for their help before. I was hoping you could help me once again.
I'm sorry to see you trapped here.
Of course you are. It must be very distressing for you to see someone like me stuck here with the rest. I need you to get a message to Mr. Octavius Butler. He'll know what to do.
Maybe I can help you.
Of course you can. This is a serious matter. You need to get Mr. Octavius Butler. You must remember a message for me. Can you do that?
Maybe.
Here is the message. I am trapped in Gallows Row. Come and save me. Do you need to write this down, dear?
I think I can remember it.
I understand there is toxic gas. I'm not sure how long we'll be safe here. There is no one authorized to take us to safety. But don't worry, Mr. Octavius Butler will know what to do.
You know, I might be able to take you...
Mr. Butler, dear. Get going, quickly now.
Oh, I despise her so much.
Hello, it is Camus. Camus the dog. I am messaging Rania with a very important message.
Hi,
yeah,
puppy.
Camus, you don't need to... What is it?
The guards are saying the gate will close soon and no one will get out. You need to come back.
Oh, okay.
I can't decide who to take.
No, you
There's
can't.
only room for 3.
You absolutely
I
know.
know. And we need to take passengers who can cover the costs of rescue
Yep,
for
no,
Cloudpunk.
absolutely no. We know.
At least, I think we do. Should I just take the people I
Listen,
like?
it's not
I
hard.
don't know, but you have to choose now. You
Yes.
should talk to the people you want to save, then get out of there quickly.
Yes.
All right, I'll tell them. I know who
Okay.
I'm going to choose. I think.
Okay. Okay, let's go. 3 survivors, baby. Let's go.
Hey, GN. I think you deserve a better life than 24 hours of consciousness before your personality gets wiped. I'm getting you out of here.
Really? This is the most exciting thing that's happened in my whole life.
Just be ready to leave. I'll get you at the checkpoint in a minute, okay?
Right. Yeah. I'll just start packing my things. I'm done packing.
I love him so much. All right. See you in hell. Gosh, I sure wish you hadn't killed all those rodents. But here we are.
Dr. Ochoa, I actually have a vehicle. I can get past the security checkpoint. I can get you out of here.
Really? But what about everyone else?
I only have a few spaces. We need to go now.
I'll gather my things.
Meet me at the security checkpoint in 2 minutes.
Revenge!
Yeah! Alright. Suffer the chaos you have obviously caused.
Mrs. Butler, I can take you back to your husband. I have a vehicle and I can get you through quarantine.
Well, that's fabulous news. Tell me, is it possible you have a different vehicle? Perhaps something a bit newer?
No, sorry. It's my old Hava or you stay here.
I'll pack my belongings and be with you momentarily.
At least she has money.
I can't thank you enough for taking me out of that horrid place, dear. I can't wait to get back and see Mr. Butler again. Oh, do you have any air freshener for the car? You know what? It's fine. Don't bother yourself.
I forget if I got this car before or after.
Interesting bunch of refugees you picked up here, Rania. Thanks for including me.
Of course.
This is my best Hava journey ever. In fact, this is my favorite day of my life. Much better than yesterday. I can't wait to get to parts of the city where people aren't dying as frequently.
Oh my god. Oh gosh. Yeah. Oh, I might have gotten the new car right after that job. Well, they can tell the difference. Mistake. Job complete. All right, let's see. Ooh, I got a dining chair set.
We are getting a call. It is Huxley again.
Huxley?
Put him through.
I had her. I finally had her. Now all I needed was a way out.
Huxley, did you find Pashta?
The dame was sharp, but I needed an exit strategy, not a pat on the back.
I'll come get you. Send me a nav point.
I hope she would get here soon. The situation was going south quicker than the Americans when the ice caps melted.
Too soon. All right. It's Huxley. We gotta go say hi to Huxley. So, do we like? I wonder if like we get any sort of confirmation, or if like other things in this game, it's like, nah, eventually, like at some point, Control will give you a call, and then you'll hear about, you know, the choice you made. But yeah, I'm pretty confident about that one. I'm happy with the choices I made. No, you don't get to like talk about your storied history of killing rodents and then make it out when I'm picking. Right. So, I will want to go over here. There we go. I don't believe they have horses, or they might in like the Eastern Peninsula, but Huxley is well read on old expressions. Or was Huxley not the one who used that expression? Oh my gosh! You're here!
We had to get going. The girl was in danger. We all were. I gave the dame a nav point for a hideout we could use. It might even be safe.
Oh, rat's at the side of the horse. Right, okay, yeah, well, I mean, that was like, he was a very old robot, so he probably had access to knowledge.
I'm Rania. I just want to help. Huxley is a friend. You can trust him.
I know that. I trust him. He saved me.
Fair enough. We'll get you out of here, then leave you to... Huxley, what exactly is the plan? Do we take her back to...
Not back. I don't want to go back to him.
Pashta, do you know why this happened to you?
Because of the chip?
In your head? The neural memory implant?
Yeah. They gave me the implant so I can do better at school. Dad said he wanted me to be a data analyst one day. because data analysts sometimes become CEOs.
Is that what you wanted?
I wanted to be in CorpSec like him, but he said it was a bad job.
So your dad wanted the memory chip removed?
He wanted it erased, but I said I didn't want it. It would make me forget a lot more than just the meeting.
The meeting?
Dad met with people he shouldn't. I heard everything they said. Dad said it was evidence. He said we can never leave behind any evidence.
So your dad erased your memory implant?
He took me to a man to do it. It hurt. I don't think Dad paid the man. That's why they were mad at him. That's why they sent me away.
And you don't want to go back to your father now?
I won't go back to him. It made me forget too much. I can't even remember Mom anymore. I just remember how much I hate him.
You know, that super
How
sucks.
did you
That's
find
messed
her,
up.
Huxley?
Busting the kid out hadn't been easy. I'm pretty sure I upset the wrong people. But everyone in Nivalis was the wrong people these days. I followed the leads I got from the two-bit mobster who pretended to be her father, Peter. In the grand scheme of things, he was the least terrible of the bunch.
I can't believe you found her, Huxley.
Oh no, it is happening again. Someone else is on the comm.
No.
Cloudpunk driver. Surrender now and hand over the android Huxley.
There was one more hand I could play. It was a desperate plan, but I was done for anyway. There was a number on my head now, and it was a big one. I should turn myself in, then push the big red button. At least the girl might make it.
What big red button?
My frame was an old espionage bot. Ancient, a bucket of bolts. But it did have one feature I was pretty sure would still work. Self-destruct. All I had to say was a specific combination of words. It would prime my fuse, introduce a little spark into my house of dynamite. I could get rid of Rio for good.
Oh no. Do you have to do that? That would be bad. Is it really a button?
I'd asked the dame and her dog for a lot of help. The least I could do for them was clear the way. I explained that it wasn't really a big red button. Rather, it was a phrase that if I said or heard, would trigger the detonation sequence.
Heard? Wow.
The words were simple enough. I just had to say,
No.
Pashta, it might work. We could escape.
Huxley saved me. And I hate Rio, but he is still my dad.
Oh.
I didn't know this.
Okay.
Did everyone else know this?
No, but it adds up, I guess.
Let me talk to him.
I'm not sure.
Trust me. Please. I can do this.
Okay, the comm is open. Go ahead.
Dad, it's me.
Pashta? Pashta, honey. These aren't good people.
Listen to me, Dad. Just listen. Remember when Mom got sick? Do you remember what present I brought to the hospital for Mom?
Pashta,
You don't remember. It was a little bird. I made it from folded paper. She said it would stay by her side forever.
Oh, I remember, honey. Listen to me. I need you to...
No, you listen. I didn't remember the bird because you stole my memories from me. But I wrote it down. Even my scribbles are better at remembering Mom than you are. I wrote down a lot. I wrote down everything you said at that meeting, too. The one that made you do this to me?
Pashta, all I care about is your safety. I had to erase the memories so that they wouldn't come for you.
No, Dad. You only cared about not being caught. If you cared about me, you would have turned yourself in instead of stealing my memories.
Now you listen here. If you have told anyone else...
I haven't, but I will, if you don't let me go. I wrote down all the words that you said at that meeting. And if you don't leave us alone right now and stay away forever, I will send them in a message to CorpSec.
I can't just let you go.
No, Dad. You actually can. You can let me go and your secrets are safe. Or you can tell me that you don't care about how much trouble you'll get in and turn yourself in. And I'll wait for you to get out of jail or whatever happens. I'll stay by your side forever if you give up.
Damn it, just give yourself up, Rio.
He's left the comm.
Oh no.
what a kicker. Her pops had abandoned her. He was letting her go. Poor kid.
Pashta, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I knew he would go and leave me behind. It's what he does. Let's keep going.
I won't leave your side, kid.
Yes, you will. Everyone does.
Oh, dang. What the?
You still moving, Rania?
Lomo? Yeah.
Remember what I told you. The city moves real fast, and you got to move with it.
I'm trying my best. What do you want, Lomo?
You made some tough choices, Rania. People got hurt. I don't blame you. I think you did the right thing. But some other folk, their choices weren't so good.
What do you mean?
I'm going to ask you for something that I know you won't give me. Still, I have to ask, and you have to answer. Our choices have narrowed to a point, Rania. We've just got to play our parts from here.
What are you talking about? I did what you asked.
This isn't about you or even me. This is about what you have. You have to bring that girl back to me. She's the dead.
What girl?
Let's not do this. I'm asking, but I know your answer. Bring her to me. Last chance.
No.
All right then. No hard feelings, Rania. To be honest, I would have thought less of you if you said yes. But death is like a weight. And if you want someone to carry it, you got to graft that weight to their bones. You understand?
No.
You will. Your hollow heart will crack like ice.
5 minutes to self-destruct.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What the hell?
How could the scumbag know?
I don't keep the best hacker in the city around for his singing voice. Your number's up, Huxley. You're deader than the dance hall.
It was true. I was a goner. 4 minutes, 50 seconds to self-destruct.
You're going to kill us all. You said you wouldn't.
You're free to drop him off. In fact, I highly recommend you do.
Stop this. I'll find a way to...
As your robot friend might say, you were never going to come out of this shit smelling like roses. Goodbye, Rania.
He has disconnected.
It isn't fair. We have to help him.
There was a way to get out of this, but it was a long shot. A damn long shot.
Go.
What long shot?
The vents. If we could get there in time, maybe I could find an old hackbot and disarm the self-destruct sequence.
Why aren't you driving faster? We have to save him.
Oh.
Shit. Okay, let's go.
Can we leave here now? Okay, good. Thank good. I was worried, like, nope, still solid. What are you doing? Okay, let's go. Alright, well, let's go. Let's just heck and go. It's a good thing we have a map and nav point, because otherwise I would be very lost. Go, 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 go. I don't like that I have to repress the button every time we come out of a transition screen like that. Not this time, boss. Right. Huxley is not Jake Armitage, but Huxley could have come from Super NES Shadowrun. Absolutely. Please don't do this to me.
So, where do we find this hackbot? You said you had 5 minutes about...
How could I tell her that it wasn't as easy as interfacing with an old machine?
So, tell me what you need.
I needed the dame to look after Pashta. No more, no less.
What do you mean? Why are you just standing there?
Truth was, there was no hackbot. I was done. Only the girl mattered now. I needed the dame to take her in.
I can't do that. I can't just take on a child, Huxley.
The dame protested. But I knew in the end she would do the right thing. She had to get moving.
Damn it, Huxley. It shouldn't be like this. It's not fair.
Fair is what we make it.
You deserve better than this.
I told her to get back into her car and her safety. I was able to insert lines of code into my core loop to delay the big moment, but I wasn't able to prevent it. Goodbye, Rania.
Bye, Huxley.
Why didn't you save him?
We couldn't save him. You knew that. We all knew it.
I knew he would leave.
Don't you dare say anything bad about Huxley. Never again. He gave everything for you. For us.
Where are you taking me?
Back to my apartment.
Really?
Shush. Let's just drive in quiet for a little while.
They really make you like that character. They really make you like Huxley. Right? Way to get me invested. Yeah, this game's great. This game's really good. Right? He's extremely earnest, self-sacrificing, very stubborn. Like, you can't just not like Huxley.
Hey, is that the cherry pie?
Yeah? Why?
I'm live streaming right now, and one of my subscriber superfans wants me to eat something messy on cam.
Gross.
It's okay, we're all messes.
It's nothing creepy. Can I have it?
No, it's mine. I might eat it.
I might eat it?
Maybe not, actually.
Give it to me for some 50 limbs.
Sure. Done. Absolutely. Enjoy. Achievement unlocked. I prefer that thing. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, I can't actually. I want to go up the Escher steps. Gosh, this part of town. It's the elbow walkway. Huh. A walkway to nowhere. But it is kind of interesting now that, like, they put an in-universe reason for the city layout to be really strange. That being that the AI that kind of like runs the city, or one of the AIs that run the city, has kind of just frayed over millennia and is now just not making sense. I want to make sure to get the punch cards because I want to give them back to Evelyn. It's Evelyn, right? Yep, it says so in the corner. So I need 6 more. Yes, exactly. Yeah, like one of the engineers actually says that literally, like, this city is held together by duct tape. Hey, it's Andy and... Hey, Tico, what's up?
Tico, you made it all the way to the ground.
Yes, all for nothing. Nari is not here.
I'm sorry. You know, maybe it's time to let her go.
It is difficult. But this place, Nari would have liked it. When my visual sensors run in low resolution mode, it looks a little like the seaside town where we grew up.
You grew up? Tico, was Nari like you?
I don't know what you mean.
An android.
I'm sorry, there are some things I can't talk about. Nari was a woman like you.
Oh, you don't understand what you are.
She thought we were the same, so I did too. My father called me prototype. I didn't look any different to the people around me.
But you felt different.
Yes, unless I was with Nari. When we were together, it felt like we were different from everyone else, but the same as each other.
Tico, you know, if she was human, she's probably... Did you say you were together in a place called Tokyo? I don't know the name, but I think it's a very ancient place. You and Nari were together a long, long time ago.
I'm sure I will find her. Yes, I am sure. Do you think I am getting closer? Will I find her soon?
Yes, I think you'll both be together soon.
That's wonderful news. I can't wait to see her again.
Hi, Pat. Thank you so much for the raid. We are continuing to play Cloudpunk because I can't stop playing this game. It's so gorgeous and also very dystopic in a very like well-written way most of the time. Hope you had a good stream on this Boxing Day. Let's see. Oh, hi, Andy. Excuse me, Andy.
Excuse me. I am not usually permitted to speak, but I need help.
I'm really busy.
It will only take a moment.
My friend just exploded,
really
okay?
I have no one else to ask.
No one else but the million people walking past as we speak? I need to stop talking to randos on the street.
You do me more kindness by acknowledging me than anyone else has shown.
Damn it. What do you want?
A ride.
I knew it. No way.
I will pay you.
I'm not a taxi.
I know. Cloudpunk, right? I recognize your car. You're a delivery driver. So deliver me.
I deliver packages, not people. You're not a package.
I'll turn into a box in front of you.
Uh-huh. Listen, this has been lovely, but I have to...
I am not lying. Look at my ID card. Here it is.
It says wooden box.
It lists your owner. Weird. That doesn't make you a package, though.
It makes me property. Ask your automata.
Camus, can you check this ID? 1, 14, 4, 25, 4, 15, 12, 12.
Property belonging to an android called Sarinam. Citizenship voluntarily revoked last month. If found, return to owner.
I told you. Will you take me back to Sari? I'll pay you. You can't even get in trouble. It's not far.
I guess. Get in then.
Okay. Sure. Wait, no, I needed to grab the son of a... I wanted to grab the punch cards.
Your property?
Yes.
And you want to go back to your owner? Don't slaves want to escape?
I'm not a slave. Being the property of a rich android is my career. Just like driving deliveries is yours.
Okay, I get it.
I do not get it.
Yeah, actually, I don't get it either. Do you need help to run away?
I'm not sure if it was a letter substitution thing.
No. I love my work.
How is being owned by someone else work?
Supply and demand. It's economics.
Oh, I hate
him
already.
What do you supply?
Sex.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, how does that... Why... No, don't tell me.
I am curious. Tell me.
Damn it, I'm
Camus
curious
is such
too.
a good boy.
I am only qualified to provide my services to smooth skins, but I offer a range of services.
Smooth skins?
It means androids with humanoid dermis. Rubber, synthetic flesh, or plastic. You know, the androids that look a lot like humans. Not the boxy ones.
Right. And you...
Many androids look back on the long period when they were used as sex dolls by humans as a shameful period.
It was shameful.
This conversation. Right, Basha is still in the car. Oh, gosh.
Yes, but some of the androids now have an interest in reversing the roles. They want to have sex with humans who behave and respond. Or rather, don't respond. Like sex dolls.
Oh no, like for revenge?
Not exactly. More like a... how would you say it? A kink.
Ooh.
No, Rania, don't kink shame, okay?
Very interesting.
See? Camus is a good dog. We don't kink shame.
interesting?
Don't kink shame here.
It's weird.
Sex is weird.
Rania, come on.
Yes, I agree. Weird and interesting.
It just seems so seedy.
Sex work is work.
Yeah.
I make people happy. I'm good at what I do.
Yeah.
But does this android need to own you? Do you need to give up your personhood for them?
That's what makes it real for my clients. If I didn't really give up my autonomy, it would just be a game.
Maybe it would be okay if it was just a game. People are into role play, right? Aren't you putting yourself in danger by letting someone own you?
I am, but I trust my clients.
I have a question about the sex.
I can't believe we're talking about this.
How do you do sex?
Well, they want a sex doll, or something like a sex doll. So,
Canvas,
a lot
oh
of
my
the time,
gosh.
I just lie there.
Didn't android sex dolls have more functions?
Later models did, but the early ones just laid
No,
there.
yeah, it's the.
Sometimes
This is.
they made noises.
Fascinating.
This entire conversation has a lot of
I'm
things.
not sure I
in
can
it.
go through with this.
Please, just leave me at the Vinculum Ascender. My owner will collect me from the spire.
I don't know. Camus, I think maybe we should take Andy somewhere else. What do you think?
I am not sure. Where could we take him?
Midtown? At least he'd be safe there.
Safe? With no money, no job, and no owner?
Maybe it is better to leave him in Midtown. I don't think people should be able to stop being people and become things instead.
Me neither.
But it is what I want.
Quiet, I need to think.
Yeah, there's this. This conversation has a lot, to be sure. This is like this is one of those where to begin situations. Oh yeah, welcome to the conversation that is the most a lot. Also, yeah, thanks again for rating, Pat. You came in at a heck of a time. Whew. This cam is going. I have a question about the sex. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is this game is not usually like about this sort of stuff, but I guess I don't know. This conversation is, and there is a lot to be. This conversations is a lot, but like, yeah, no, I respect people's agency. Sex work is work, and we don't kink shame here. So yeah, no, like. But he specifically asked, like, yeah, no, here, do this, please. And this seems to be fine with it, so yes, okay, sure, why not? I'm not gonna just, like, forcefully drop him off at a different point. That's just weird. What an episode where we just...
Thank you for...
Culmination with Huxley. Yeah!
I think you should reconsider.
Here is your money. Goodbye.
I can't believe he is an object. He seems so much like a person.
I'm not so sure.
Can I ask another question about the sex?
Absolutely not.
I did not see your comment, no. Whew. This game goes into a lot of places, but sometimes it feels like it's punching above its weight, but you know, I would love to be able to have like a discussion with some queer folks about this entire game. Well, yeah, this was a lot. Also, it is kind of weird how Rania seems like very aware a lot of the time about the situation of being like someone who is clearly and visibly like a visible minority in a big city and a woman, and sometimes it seems like it just doesn't matter in the way she reacts, and I think that's a little bit weird. But again, that's just like my take on it, and I do not hold all of the story cards in this one. Yeah, it's this. If this game has like queer characters, it hasn't been super clear about it. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Easy. I'm not equipped to talk about that for sure. Where is this thing? Oh, here it is. There we go. The MC is very, very. I mean, to be fair, this night has been going on for several hours by now. Hold on, I have to minimize the game. Oh, Isa, okay. Sorry. It is tricky for me. I don't have a great memory, so thank you for reminding me. Let's see. Okay, yeah, folks say Camus is the real protagonist and sometimes the player insert. That's really interesting. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, this whole thing on like, like 3-letter usernames are like more expensive. I'm not a big fan of, but yeah. Yeah, this premise is definitely like a big, like, that's a big thing. There's a lot to like unpack about that whole situation. Especially, oh whoa, oh wow, this zoop zoop. It crosses over the, oh that's neat. It's a sideways elevator. Huh. It's gotta be wild. Yeah, a lot of drivers don't survive the first night, indeed. But yeah, it's that conversation just had so many things. But yeah, the whole like people's property thing is like, well, that's a big thing to like unpack and talk about, because that does like have like, but the fact that it's like it kind of goes like, it is lumped in with stuff like sex work, which is work, and like kink play and stuff, which is fine, but it's a lot, is just what I'll go back to say. Definitely, like, I really want to have a conversation, or many conversations about this game with other folks who've played. Hello! Hi, little devil. With other folks who've played this game. Yeah, like, and it absolutely does come down to, like, yeah, like, whatever consenting adults do, like, it's fine. But, as long as it doesn't, like, endanger or, like, you know, adversely affect other folks. But, yeah, like, basic protections and stuff is also, like, super important. So, this is just, it's a big conversation. Probably not something I want to get into on December 26th, right after a very lonely Christmas. And speaking of lonely, oh my gosh, there's so many of these. Whoa. I need to get more cards for my android friend, so she can remember the things she decided to forget. Oh yeah, this game seems relatively linear. There's some like side things here and there, but it is like very much straightforward affair. Hobbs Thoroughfare. Shout out to Hobbs, a very good boy. We are still carrying Pashta around. Eventually we'll bring her home. She's probably just snoozing in the back. It's fine. Okay, so ooh, we get more of the sideways elevators. The game just locked up. Okay, we're good. I guess we're fine. Oh, we want to get over there. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Ooh, there's an arcade. This game keeps promising me arcades, but it never delivers. Yoink. Okay. So there's some more stuff here. Then I will want to... Okay. Hobbs the Economist or Hobbs the Tiger? Hobbs, the pet cat who lives at my friend's place. A very wonderful little gentleman. you. Okay, where am I going? I need to... How do I even... Oh, here. Okay. So I'll just grab this. Loop here. Grab this. Alright. Shout out to the trees, also. I'm glad there's trees. Not Hobbs the Speedrunner. Oh, different. Also different Hobbs. It is a world of many Hobbs. Yeah, right? You kind of just forget about the voxels. Oh, wait, no, there's something over there. I still feel weird about these detached, like, sidewalks. Why do they exist? But of course we know why. Because the city's design doesn't always make sense. The voxel people are a little bit weird. They're extremely thin in a sort of like stick figure kind of way. But that's a style. And yeah, that's totally fine. More specifically, though, I really mix Huxley. No, not Hex. Hux. I am also a person. Oh yeah, that Genie, that part also, like, was a big eye-opening moment for me when I learned that too. I'm a vampire. Punch card. So I usually love third-person camera, but here, for some reason, I just want to be... I love being able to just look at the city. And also there's the fact that this game is one of the games where there is an advantage to being incorporeal, is that in that you don't need to wait for animations to run their course when you don't have a body. That's always a little bit weird, and that's just how this game treats it. And if that's how some games treat it too. Doesn't make it right. It does feel very VR-like. If this was in VR, I would be like, I would just chill in it and drive around. Get your face on. I miss burgers too. I should get a burger at some point. Once the holidays start winding down a little bit, I'll probably get a burger. I could make some chicken burgers. I made some Zanderbergs, some chicken variant Zanderbergs a few days ago, and that made me very happy. Ooh. Robin! Aww. She like a little wad of like slightly melted cheese curds, like, oh. so good. So incredibly good. It was too bad I couldn't get, like, I couldn't get lettuce this time around. I was able to get baby tomatoes, but they're not great in burgers, so I just had them on the side.
Celebrity Automata Personality Force for sale at Gary's Automata Grove.
Right. So, we got the thing. And... Alright, so... I just need to go grab these things and then loop back, and then we can go home. Yeah, I'm also, like, out of any fancy cheeses. Now I'm just down to my go-to reliable cheese. Here you go. Which is cheese slices. Love me some cheese slices. Burgers! Le grill! Al grill.
Welcome to Ashima Ramen and Seafood.
That's not it.
My name is Eddie. What can I do for you?
Sure, though, I will absolutely get some. 7 assorted inside-out pieces, 2 ebi nigiri, 2 avo kapamaki served with... Yes! Heck yeah! And also... 15... Yeah, no, absolutely. Sign me up.
My favorite.
Let's heckin' go.
Thanks.
Ah.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. Sometimes you just want to splurge on yourself, you know? There's more punch cards. Of course there's more punch cards. There's always more punch cards. That feeling when your memories explode all over a city. Where am I going? I'm going back there. Don't know what that is.
Unauthorized street races have been reported in this sector.
There's no streets! There can't be street races without streets. It's weird to hear, like, the made-up crowd noise when there's not enough people to make a crowd. Oh, I guess there's enough people here. See, I love American cheese in burgers and sandwiches, and sometimes I will use it as, like, you know, throw one in, like, some mac and cheese or like Chef Boyardee or whatever and like mix it in to like cheese it up a little bit, but I usually won't use that sort of cheese for like pasta or stuff, like for like actual like pasta or as like you know, part of a thing where it's not like mixed up. It's weird, but like it feels like crossing a line to me for some reason. Let's go deliver our friend and go say hi to Evelyn. Okay, how come Evelyn is standing literally outside my apartment? How come they get 2 different waypoints? That makes no sense. They're literally next to each other. See, yeah, like just throwing a slice of cheese on top of leftovers and heating it up, that's that's powerful, absolutely. But when you're actually making the thing, usually not. Like, not on pizza, not on, you know, like lasagna or anything of the sort. Like, yeah, that seems like, no, if you're cooking a thing, just dropping, ow. Just dropping like a slice of cheese on there feels wrong. Alright, Cambria Heights, you win. I'll grab the one punch card that's over there. Grilled cheese, like, yes, like at least one slice of cheese in a grilled sleeve. Grilled cheese. Grilled sleeve is when you get a little bit too excited about putting everything on the grill and then whoop. Yeah, Rune, like, also, yeah, it's like, gosh, we were really talking about food tonight. It feels to me that, like, it's... I will sometimes refer to stuff like, you know, Cheese Whiz and cheese slices and stuff like that. Like, that's... I usually call that, like, you know, garbage cheese because I have a garbage palate. I love, like, junk food for a whole lot. It was denied to me as a child, and now I get my revenge. And also, whoa! Holy crap, Cloud! You okay, buddy? Rambunctious Cloud, dang. Many people have hyped up the Rochester garbage plate. One day I will actually get it. Another one! Gosh. Clouds are eating the scenery up today. Okay. So there's a thing over there. But I kind of don't want to... What is it? Can I see from here? Wonder if I can spot it. Ah! It's a bottle of coolant. That's fine, I can buy those. Good, don't need that. Goodbye. Just 1 second, there's... Oh, I haven't been able to go there yet. Oh, do I need a flyer? Maybe I have that now. There we go.
Unauthorized street races have been reported in this sector.
Hi, Glenbow.
Hey, I think there are clear differences in intelligence between the Spire dwellers and those from the
No, what have I
slums.
done?
Debate me.
Oh, no, what have I done?
No.
Oh, why? Are you afraid? I'm Glimbo, and I'm the most skilled debater in the whole of Novalis. I am a verbal martial artist and cannot be defeated.
Fine, you win.
No, that's not good enough. I will find a subject you cannot resist debating with me. Men are clearly superior to women in strength as well as skill.
All right.
Nothing? Okay. The Eastern Peninsula is home to
I hate this. This is just getting worse every single second.
I did. Delicious.
Androids don't deserve their rights. They have no soul.
Do you?
Of course I do. We all do. All but those who were not born of other humans. That is why androids deserve no right. You see how I hook you on my snare? Now we're debating. Put forth your points and I shall defeat them.
I have a job, and if I don't do it, they fire me, so I really don't have time to debate you.
Then I win! Haha! You concede! Androids are not real people.
Really
Women
despise
are
this.
Inferior
Despise
to
every second of this.
Savages from the east.
Okay,
eat
he can
babies.
stop.
Rich people from the Spire deserve their wealth. I win.
Thank you for the achievement now. Deposit yourself in hell. This is the game where this is the moment where the game really needs combat. The achievement text was verbal martial artist. It wasn't clever in any way. Oh, there you are. There we go. And back. Right. Now we can go home. Sorry, Pashta. Hey, Pashta, honey. Yeah, no, we're actually going home this time. Ah, finally. Hey, Evelyn, what's up?
I have more of the cards. Maybe enough?
Everything is becoming clearer.
Is that good?
I feel incredible pain.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Evelyn. What do you remember?
Dr. Dzizic and I had an argument. She said I should forget what happened, put it behind me, and move on. I wanted to die.
Do you remember what it was that made you feel like you couldn't go on?
At the periphery, I met someone. Someone I cared very deeply for.
Did something happen to them?
Yes. They fell in love.
With who?
With me.
So what was the problem?
I cared for them deeply, but I could not love them.
You shouldn't feel guilty about that.
You do not understand. I could not love them, no matter how much I wanted to. I am not built to feel it.
I see. But if you cared for them, then that's...
It is not the same as loving them. What I felt was like... It was like being able to taste, but not swallow. Being able to see the sun, but not feel its warmth on my face. I was walking towards a deep, blue, infinite sea. But the tide was rolling out, and no matter how fast I ran, there was always sand beneath my feet. All I wanted to do was swim. But for me, there was only an endless shore.
I still don't get it.
Some androids can't love, and yet still they feel whole. Some can, and they can feel everything. For me, it is much worse. I can feel the hole inside me where love should be, and I can feel that it is not there.
Do you remember anything else about the periphery? About Dr. Dzizic?
I remember little. I struggle to picture their face, but I remember that I was the one that posted the punch card under your door. The first one.
Why?
I asked Dr. Dzizic to change my core programming, to forbid me from searching for the lost memories. I knew you traveled through the city, You might find them. You might help me recover my memories.
So you lied to me.
Do you understand why?
Do you?
No, but I want to.
Yeah, okay, I absolutely... Oh, hey, Pashta's here. Hi, Pashta. Okay, I'm so sorry. Let's get you out of the rain. I never... Eventually, I want to, like, go back and finish Eichenfeld, but I really love that Eichenfeld had, like, an option for content warnings. That was really, really good. More games should have that. All games should have it.
So, I don't really have much food right now.
I'm not hungry. Is this your whole house?
Yes, it's plenty big for me and Camus.
How long can I stay here?
I'll get some food when my shift finishes. In the meantime, there's some fruit and mochi in the fridge.
The fridge?
The thing that keeps the food cold?
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Just make yourself at home, but don't touch anything. You can watch the holo vids or whatever.
When do I have to leave?
Look, you don't have to leave. I won't send you away until there's somewhere you want to go.
I don't want to go anywhere. Nowhere is home anymore.
Then this is the best nowhere you have right now. I won't be long.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
Okay then, I'll see you soon, Pashta.
Rania, I know Huxley saved us.
Good. He said we need to stick together, so we will. I'll see you when the sun comes up.
Bye, Rania.
Apartment upgrade unlocked. Second bed. Yes, let's do that right now. Okay. Busy!
Driver 14FC, come in.
I'm here.
New job available.
Okay, I'm ready.
New job available.
Called it.
You already said that. Are you okay?
Knew it.
I'm really not in the mood. Control, can you just talk normally, please? It's been a long night.
New nav point generated.
Your voice sounds weird. I've had enough bad surprises for one night. What's going on?
Please proceed to the nav point. No, everything is normal.
Well, that's reassuring. Okay, I'm on my way. Rania out.
Yep.
Is Mr. Control okay?
No.
I don't think so, Camus. Let's go to the nav point. We have no other choice.
Everything is extremely... This is extremely normal and good. Yeah, no, I'm absolutely getting the pizza subscription.
Okay. Oh, that's better.
Yeah, the pizza subscription, you get one random pizza a day for a month for $350. It's great until you realize that maybe you shouldn't eat an entire pizza one day. But when you're multiple people, hey. Let's see. Let's have some stuff. Have some friends.
Not bad.
There we go. That should liven up the place a bit. There you go. Pashta, now you get a bed. And also there's a... We can look at Joe. And, oh, look. Oh. Nice. So hopefully also there's like, you know, there's a game console, everything. So hopefully that should be better. Oh, we can just eat the pizza. No, I'll leave it for Pashta. All right, Pashta. See you later. Yeah, it's like, so, I mean, it is $350 for one pizza a day, and if it's like a 30-day month, then it's like, yeah, it's like a $10, $11, $12 a pizza. That's pretty good. Yeah. It's decent, it's just you probably shouldn't eat that much pizza. Unless it's incredibly healthy pizza, but I don't know. I actually don't know. It is late. It is late. How late is it? It's about... Oh, we got time. We got time. Alright, so, This extremely distressing nav point makes me feel like we might be getting close to the end. Even if we aren't, I want to grab the last of the punch cards. So let's just do a very quick punch card jamboree and get Evelyn her memories back. It is a good deal, provided the pizzas are healthy. This game is like, I guess it's like a lot of games. They lose their magic a little bit once you understand how they work. But this game has like an incredible start, because when you don't know the city and you're just doing the best you can and just like wandering around, like this, it's such an incredible experience. It's still real good. I'm still having a really good time with it. But there's nothing quite like the magic of being thrust into a game you don't know, full of rules you have no idea about. That's one of my favorite feelings. Oh, did I get any stimulants? I did. Oh, I can also get one of these. I'll just eat this candy bar.
Sweet.
Right. Now I should run a little bit faster for a bit. I'll see you later, I guess.
Accessing the deep net without a corpsec data pass is forbidden.
Accessing the deep net without a corpsec data pass? You're dead. It's even worse than playing jazz in public without a license. Yeah, like, I feel there's like way less one of these days I'll find who wants all these rune books. There's way less incentive. Like, you don't need to do everything in this game, but I am having a good time with it. But I have way less room in my life for giant open world games, and if a lot of these could be smaller, I would probably play more of them. Ah, it's a flyer. You know, Isa, that's a good interpretation of that I hadn't considered. Okay. So, there's one over here. One over there. So I guess I'll just zoop around here. Go up and grab this one, and then fly around. Don't crash into a building! I guess I'll just crash into multiple buildings and then loop around, and then we'll be good. Sounds about right. I wonder what happens if you run out of money and then run out of fuel. How many punch cards? 60, I think? I think there's like 80. Because the top says like the last batch, so. Yeah, health is like sort of a little blinking dot. So far it hasn't turned yellow, so I'm thinking we're still good. It's very subtle and not immediately useful. Oh, Malamet. I mean, I already have one of those. It's this one. Oh, I guess like I guess I understand what you mean. Sometimes like this won't be a punch card, but will actually be something else, but I'm fine with that. Like, this could also have been like a corpse tech flyer or something. But also I do want to talk to the people, and I see there's a person over here, so I do want to say hi. Oh, it's a surveillance company. No. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair, but I do want to like... No, okay. I just need to make sure to grab all the punch cards and then talk to people. That's what I want.
Are you Kelson?
No, sorry.
Please do not be shy. We talked about this in the chat room. We cannot begin until you confirm your identity. We agreed on Kelson for you. I am Molly.
I'm not Kelson. My name is Rania.
Oh, I see. I am sorry too. Damn it, I cannot take any more of these time wasters. I hate to be made to wait. Even worse when it is in the rain.
At least your clothes are kind of waterproof. They're made of...
latex, yes. And I suppose that is a small mercy. How do you survive this weather? You're soaked.
I'm a delivery driver, so I'm mostly in my Hava.
Yes, of course.
It's still soaked,
You
though.
like your work?
I'm still deciding. You?
It is honest work. I make people happy.
Yeah.
Are you...
a sex worker? Yes, a dominatrix.
All right.
My mother said one day I would find something I was good at.
Hey.
This is it.
Okay.
You have something else to say? Spit it out then.
Rania, I
Nothing else
swear
to
to
do, it
God.
would seem. I know you were curious.
Does it feel bad hurting people? Even if they want it?
No, not at all. I am helping them.
You really believe that?
Oh my gosh, Rania.
They thank me with words and with huge handfuls of money.
Has it ever gone wrong with a client?
No.
Seriously? You've never hurt someone more than they wanted?
It's all done with augments now. If I crack a whip, it's just for show. Ropes and chains are ornamentals. The augments bind them, hold them down, cause them pain. That way, no one is ever hurt worse than they want to be.
I guess that's better.
It is.
Well, Molly, I hope you get another client soon. And get out of the rain.
I shall. Business is good. Run along and get yourself dried off. We all wear a uniform to work, whether we think we do or not. No need for it to be waterlogged.
All this conversation about food just made me want to go get another snack, so. I don't know why Rania has been written to be, like, such a prude. Prude! Xanderbot. Prude. There we go. like, Rania, please, and over here we respect sex workers, and we don't kink shame. And we grab every single thing we find off the floor. There we go. No, it's not cheese. I got myself a slice of bread with some jam on it. Yeah, I'm curious, more curious than ever, to find out who wrote this. Has been really interesting. I wonder if there's multiple people who wrote the characters, which explains, like, or if it's just like, nope, it's one writer, but it's just sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah. Let's see. So next stop here, and oh, Malamet. I know I said no, but is this a punch card? At the top of Sector 8 over here. Always a higher sensitivity readers, yeah. Oh, the tube goes up. Yeah, I think it's like... This game feels more horizontal than I think it wants to. I can't easily figure out what it is from here. I'll just go down. What on earth is this place? Oh, it is! There's nothing. It's literally a landing pad in the middle of nowhere with one punch card, and it is under your car. Alright. Right then. This is very convenient. So, no, I'm just gonna skip these things until I, like, learn that actually they're useful. Okay, and then there's this one left over here. There doesn't seem to be a person to talk to, so... Yeah, a punch card on Boxing Day. Imagine that. Oh, thanks, Malamet. The trick is I can't actually open that right now. I can't, this game captures my cursor, and I can't easily have something else open on the side. Which is unfortunate. Ah, there we go. So, the thing I want is over here. That is a punch card, I see it. Okay. On Lands, an independent game developer based in Berlin, Germany, was founded in 2015. The game was announced on November 27, 2018. It was supposed to be released last year, but it was postponed, released April. The story was written by Thomas Welsh. Do not know who that person is. Yup. Oh yeah, no, the making anything ironically is tricky at best, and if you happen to make a thing, like, if you make a thing ironically and the worst case scenario is it, like, actually adversely affects the life of people, specifically, like, marginalized people, maybe don't. Sarcasm and, like, irony are, like, really tricky to get right. Just curious to know what that is now. Ah. Yeah, exactly. If you do something ironically, but you still have to do it, or the effects are still felt, then it falls flat. Like the jerk earlier, the verbal martial artist, he was saying things that suck to hear and just talking in a very adversarial way for no real payoff. Like, personally, I probably would have been more playing along a little bit more if he had also been funny and oh no, this is a humor delivery character or something. But no, he was just a loud asshole. I'm that's not great. It's not a fun time. It's basically he instead becomes an achievement delivery device. You pay for your achievement with a very unfortunate conversation that's going to be not fun at all to listen to. Right. So I think that's it for cards in this one. Let's go to the next. Okay, what else? Oh, there's so many areas in this game. Holy crap. At least we can just pop in and look and then pop back out. Let's check out Ochuba, I guess. Oh, video game writer and book writer. Interesting. Yeah, he's exactly I've been in this game has had parts where I literally put me in a situation as if yes, I would I had to put my guard up and it was just a very unpleasant situation. Okay. I picked this place clean. Go Xandra. It's kind of wild just how many different neighborhoods they have, and they all tend to look like this, except for a few ones that are that absolutely have distinct styles. It seems a lot of them just look the same. Because I want to know where Evelyn's story ends. I'm hooked now. I want to know. Oops. Okay, welcome to wherever this is. Let's see. Oh, yep, there's a bunch here. That's where I was. The cauldron. So yeah, now this place looks very specific. I want to be able to read where I'm at when I look up here. That's why you exist, little thing. The what? The cauldron. Thank you. Ah! Not being nice to my car. I'm sorry. Bye, MTI. Thank you so much for dropping by. That sentence was not fun. Kickstart coffee. The only coffee with realistic with something. What does it say? What did it say? realistic tasting milk-like substance, and you're like, oh, you're so far away from something that sounds even remotely okay at this point. Milk inspired. Milk inspired. Oh. Oh my gosh, homeowners associations, no. I like this building. It kind of looks like either a weapon, a battleship, or a musical instrument, and I like it. I like you, Strange Building. You're great. I'm a big fan of almond milk myself. Okay, let's... So it's not in the vents. I've been in the vents. I grabbed the thing that was there. Not at Meadow Market. So let's go to Old Town. Should slip into the highway. Slipping through the highway. Crash into some buses. I didn't actually mean literally there. That was an accident. Steel cut oats is so weird. That's such a weird term. I'll never get used to it. Why does it matter what metal the blades used to process this material were like made out of? That's so weird. Ouch. My tooth still hurts from when I jammed something in it yesterday. And now it still hurts because I keep fussing with it because it still hurts from yesterday. So it's a great situation I've gotten myself into. It's probably going to be better tomorrow. So, there's a person. I need to go talk to this buddy. And then go back to Caledonia. Zoom. Please, I only trust oats that were cut with Zantetsuken itself. Oh, did someone ask? Hold on. I thought I read something in chat. Okay. I missed the comment about streamers being able to play a game and keep on top of chat. So that's, see, we all have our limits. Haldo? I found Haldo!
Hey, you okay?
Yes, I'll be fine. I just need to rest for a moment. Maybe some food.
Are you from the Eastern Peninsula?
No, from the steppes. My name's Haldo. Was a dentist.
Rania, driver. So what went wrong?
Everything. Hyper-gentrified rent closed my office, a debt corp took my augments. The wounds didn't heal. I was in pain. I started with Jews and worked my way up the periodic table of painkillers till I got here. So numb I could barely see.
Take some money for food.
Thank you, Rania. Your people are always decent. You know, I always wanted to see the Eastern Peninsula one day.
Maybe you will.
What a lovely smile you have when you tell a kind lie, Rania.
Yeah, this game has gentle humanity in the face of a crushing dystopia, which the humanity is the part I appreciate. I could do without the crushing dystopia, for sure. But when this game is, yeah. When this game is good, it's really good. When it's not, it's really not. It's only home runs and breaking the bat, and one of the pieces like is flung into the crowd. No middle ground, no half measures. I also really wonder how this is gonna end. Okay. So we went to the Marrow, went to Old Town. Time to check out Waterside. We will kill the water. Oh, water slide district would be way better. Yeah, Isa, that's I relate to that also. Like, ow! Jeez. When the game's writing falls flat, it doesn't seem like it was, like, meant to be harmful or edgy. And that's good. That's good, at least. Okay. So there's a bunch of stuff over there. Let's go check it out. I've not been to that neighborhood yet. If that's a dead end, don't go there. Really love the fact. What the heck is wrong with my dashboard? Why is it a camera? Is that new? Have I always been able to like see something over my dashboard? That's weird. Okay. Hello, plants. Hello, little flowers. Hi, sign clearly invisible to anyone and partially fused into the wall. Holy crap. City's a nightmare. Nightmare city. Okay, I'm gonna grab all the stuff and then talk to the person. Yeah, like, for me, any sort of, like, real-world slurs or stuff like that in a game, in my opinion, is that it's lazy writing, and it clearly comes from a place of someone who is, like, absolutely not impacted by any of it. Excuse me. You! Haha! Magic. So yeah, if you're gonna have, like, if you're gonna make a very large city for a game quickly, in a way that leads to weird situations like this one, it's great if it is made very clear to the player, hey, this city doesn't make sense, and it's weird, and it's wild, and it all creeps us a little bit out. And then it's fine. You hung a lampshade on it. Lampshade hanging is one of my favorite narrative, like, techniques. I love it so much.
Come visit us at Peterwitz Watching Clock Shop. We have the finest tech in all Navalis.
Right. Ooh. Is the fish? Oh yeah, there's multiple of these. Okay. Hey, do you have anything? I can't tell if something is a good
Thanks,
price
Mr. Witz.
As the MP3 said to the wave, adios.
Lampshade hanging is when... Ooh, I can wear this.
I like it.
Whoa! Oh, this looks cool. This looks cool as heck. Nice. Lampshade hanging is when you basically... Jeannie, I wanna go back to Overtime Cats. I'm still really excited about that one. Hopefully next year once I have like more energy. So lampshade hanging is when something in a story doesn't make sense, but you need it to happen for the story to keep going, or at least you haven't figured out a way to write around it. And that's, I think, the one example that comes to mind actually is in the Star Wars prequels, where like early on in the first one, like the two Jedi characters get like trapped and locked inside a room with like some like nefarious like poison gas seeping in, and you're like, oh no, and then they have to like, you know, exit and do stuff and like so on and so forth. But right at the start, like one of them mentions to the other, like, because like there's a situation where like, ah yes, they get trapped and that kind of like, you know, gets the plot going, but yeah, they're like fancy schmancy Jedi masters. They should not have like allowed themselves to be caught so easily by a simple trap. They could have been like, you know, sensed that something was wrong or whatever. Anyway, so they had like the characters like when the trap is sprung and they're trapped, like one of them goes to the other like wait, how do we let ourselves get trapped? Like we're supposed to be better than this. Like I know, and then so they're like, oh, there's this glaring thing in the room. What do you like? It's there. Like, you can't escape it. Like, there's this big problem. Don't worry about it. Like, this is the writers giving the audience a wink and a nod, going like, yes, I know this doesn't make sense, but we'll just, like, put a lampshade over it. Whoop. There, it's part of the decor now. Let's, like, I know you think this is weird, but I'm also aware of it as the writer, and I will take you to a place where it will have made sense in retrospect, or you will, like, understand why I did this, so bear with me. The lampshade hanging is finding a way in-universe to tell the reader, bear with me, I know this is weird, but I know, like, this is not an oversight, I planned this. Just come along for the ride. Hi, Sutadori.
You there. I need to ask you something.
Me?
Yes. I see your swarthy skin tone. I assume you are from the Eastern Peninsula?
Yes. Swarthy?
Forgive me. I am often accused of using language no longer appropriate for the time.
But I will not change my behavior at all.
I am Professor Dore, or Suto to my friends.
Hello, Professor Dore. I am in a bit of a rush, so...
Please, if I could ask you just one question?
I guess.
I am a historian, you see. I am reading widely on the history of your people. I would ask you something about your myths and legends.
I'm not sure I can help you.
Would you perhaps give me a ride to Midtown? We could talk on the way.
I'm not a taxi.
Are you not going that way anyway? I see your hover is right there.
Maybe. I still don't want to give you a ride.
I would pay your fuel costs and a little extra for your time.
Fine, get in there.
This is why we pick the stuff up before talking to the people. Yeah, Xerxes, let's not talk about that game on my channel.
Do you know the story of the Great Dreaming?
My grandmother would talk about it, I guess. It's a child story, more of a song, really.
The greatest truths are hidden in the most benign locations. Nursery rhymes, folk stories, children's games. They avoid the watchful eye of the Era Sera.
I really have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just a delivery driver, and I guess a taxi driver.
The Great Dreaming. What do your people know of it?
Like I said, just the song.
Which goes?
I think it was like, what will become of the sleepers when they no longer dream of dreams? Something, something... I can't remember it very well.
So I see.
All right, well, glad I could help.
I did not mean to be so dismissive. I will take note of these lyrics.
Why?
Every snippet of knowledge I can glean from before the Era Sera is helpful. The Eye did not examine your people as closely as it did mine.
What is the Era Sera?
Do you ever wonder why our history and origins are so confused, so fractured?
That's just how things are.
Oh, yeah. Eris and Vorpy talking about, Rania saying it's like, we as the player are doing something Rania probably wouldn't.
Whose?
The Era Sera.
You're going round in circles.
Not circles, cycles. That is the nature of man.
Man?
You know what I mean. Man and woman, and android. And the assistant things, what are they called?
Automata.
Yes, whatever. My point is that the Era Sera comes round, and every time he or she cleans the slate, the Era Sera destroys all of our history.
Yeah, the eraser.
Smashes our fossils, burns our books, builds over our ruins, demolishes our temples, defaces our statues, and kills our historians.
You'd better hide then. Who would have thought being a historian was so hazardous?
You mock me, young woman. I hear it in your voice. But this is a serious matter. Cora would judge you for that kind of attitude.
Wait, what do you know about Cora?
The Era Sera is the ultimate enemy of the historian, and, as an extension, humanity as a whole. If we are unable to learn from the mistakes of our past, eventually, we will make one so grievous, it will mean the end of us all. But the Era Sera is a hard foe to defeat. You see, it is not just one person. It is an idea.
Can we get back to what you know about Cora?
Yes, in a moment. You see, the Era Sera is the idea that we should destroy our own history to protect our future. As long as the Era Sera exists as a concept, it will eventually come to pass.
Oh, like the Radiance. You just need to forget it exists.
The Era Sera is an irreversible event that will always be conceived given enough time. And as such, it is inevitable. Worst of all, the more we directly confront Era Sera, the stronger it becomes. Discussing the idea, as we are doing right now, only spreads it further.
What are you doing?
Well, maybe you shouldn't be talking about it with everyone who comes across your particular street corner.
What you say has merit, but I believe we are close to the ascendance of a new life form, which will change everything. We must gather whatever knowledge we can, while we can. Soon, it will be taken out of our hands. We are already too late.
So is the Era Sarah why no one can give me a straight answer about what Cora is?
I believe so.
Well, what can you tell me about Cora?
Nothing.
It's a big conversation
Come on,
for like the small
you completely
trip.
wasted my time.
I believe Era Sarah is imminent, and speaking about Cora will only hasten its inception.
Great. Can you tell me anything helpful at all?
A lesson from history?
Sure.
Do not fight a war on two fronts if you are a landlocked nation.
Thanks. That's really good practical advice for a delivery driver.
Or a taxi driver.
Please don't freeze. Game is sure like having some problems tonight. I'm not sure why. We also thought it crashed for a moment, but thankfully it didn't. Alright. I completely forgot where I was. Take it again from the top, I guess. But yeah, Xerxes, it's, I try not to talk about it too much, but I would, like, I agree with you on the topic of that one game, but also I prefer not to talk about it because I have, like, very personal reasons to want nothing to do with it. Let's see, was it Gallows Row? Was that close to where we were? Thank you for understanding. Okay, I was here. I did that. Then... Right, Waterside. So were we done with Waterside? Oh, nice! Yeah, I've been... One of these days I will, like, check out Sheeran. How is Sheeran for the Switch? Aura introduced me to the SNES one last holidays, and that was, like, a good time. It's a really fun game. Weirdly easy so far. That's pretty good for a Sheeran game. Because usually it just turns into... like... It becomes very difficult very quickly. Gosh, this particular exit. Okay, what do we got? We're good. Got everything. Back to Gallows Row. that's everything over here. So, Midtown, I guess, is where we're actually supposed to go. Alright. Good enough for me. I guess I could have looked at the map while I was going down. That would have saved me some time. This part of town is weird. It feels very chunky. The game is strangely serene when there's no music. All right. So Midtown. My place is here. I've done the top, so let's go to Mochi. Oh, I've never been to Link Road. Interesting. Camera defying subdermal face obfuscation. I'm kind of interested in watching Inner Space again, even though it had like a very terrifying scene when I was a kid. I mean, it still does, but maybe it's not so terrifying to adult me. Okay. Welcome to this place. Oh, there's a bunch. Oh my gosh, there's a... Oh, wow, I've never been here. Or if I was, it was only... Oh, I may have just, like, been here a little bit. There's so many. Let's go.
Super.
Ah, thank you, Dizzy Hippos. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you had good holidays too. But yeah, this is all new. Ooh. I like brick buildings. But the... What was that sound?
Your neural onset to the macular brain score today and get 20% faster reaction time.
Here's what I can offer you today.
Golden Spire jacket. Undernet glasses. I'm good.
Thanks.
I look forward to seeing you again.
Okay, here's... Moments like these that make this game really stand head and shoulders above the rest. Gosh. Oh, it's about. there's another. Go. 7 left. No, but it... Oh, it's probably down there. Okay. This part of town is interesting. Oh, this building! I love this building! Oh, I didn't realize we get to, like, walk down the hallway that clips through it.
Hey, nice to meet you, lady. What do you need?
Ooh, pork miso ramen.
Ah. Thanks for this.
Y'all come back. You hear?
Right, I can go back to my car now. So there's one thing about this game I still don't understand. I have $19.92. That's a waypoint in the top left corner of the HUD. My gas is about 60% full. North is behind me. There's a blue circle around the map. It has been half filled. I notice now it's almost empty of blue. I don't know what it is. I have no clue what it does. Could not begin to tell you. I figured, oh. And now it went down to nothing and then went back up to like the middle. I don't know what that does. Absolutely no clue. But whatever it is, refilled once I got into the actual car. Altitude maybe. It changed very abruptly, though. And I don't think it changed when I got into, like, the passageways, but... Alright, let's go over there. Can we squeeze through? Yeah! So now it's back to middle. Yeah, they might be giants like Istanbul was Constantinople. Another one of these things that, oh, actually was a cover the whole time. Roulette, craps, Android RPG duels. Okay.
Here's what I can offer you today.
Oh, wow, okay, so Corpsec flyers.
I look forward to seeing you again.
You can just buy those in case you run out or something. Maybe these are trees, maybe it's just art, maybe someone just made a big weird pile of jello and said, you know what? Heck yeah, I'll make another one. Soda can. Yes, walk 10 paces, turn around, and then you shoot the rocket-propelled grenade launch. Ooh, oh, this is a good view. This neighborhood, this sector of the city has some really good views. Holy crap, look at this. And that is some good cyberpunk. Oh, hi, waiter. Yeah. Just 4 left. Yeah, the bar is how long you can go before you decide, you know what, I just want to sit down. Just let me sit down. Alright. I had a moment of instant vertigo because I thought I almost walked off the edge. You know, where are the furries? That's incidentally something I made sure to add to my games of Shadowrun whenever I would GM, was make sure there were furries. And, you know, Cyberware and BioWare to make you like a dang furry if you wanted to. Because it's important. Gosh, this game is beautiful. It's gorgeous. Yeah, no, Kit. Yeah, that game, like, anything that happens with that game right now, it like means that the folks who worked on it don't see anything of it, so, you know, it's one of those things. I'm also, like, I tend to really like any sort of setting that has, like, multiple, you know, fantasy... Oh, this is where this is. This is, like, has a giant elevator in it. I wonder if that's the way to get back to the spire. If you somehow, like, decide if you want to go back and grab some stuff. Yeah, I'm here for any sort of setting where humans are just one of the peoples, and they're not the default or the baseline. They're actually no, like humans are like, you know, their own quirks. I love a view on humanity that does its best to appreciate the weird things humans do and the strange things that we might be better at than other life forms might be. Can I... Thank you. Thanks for giving me like a... Yeah, I will just walk off and to my own death here. That's fine, that's perfect. Thank you. It's a great time. I'm completely lost. What am I doing? Okay. You know, future OSHA has gone the way of the future engineer. They all kind of decided, like, you know what? Never mind. Let's not. What if we didn't? I appreciated, like, there was like a thread, I forget where, about cool things about humans, and I thought that was just really interesting. Like in a sci-fi setting, and one of the interesting things, like, some folks decided that humans are interesting because we are endurance predators, persistence predators. We just keep walking until our prey tires out. And that is a thing that's kind of like special about humans and stuff like that. Like, and I appreciate that. Two more. Shout out to this giant orb. Heck yeah, orb, you do you, buddy. Yeah, I also like the idea, like, oh yeah, no, humans are incredibly social and friendly. Humans will make friends with anyone. Just picking up coolant off the street. I have this cool blue jacket now.
Here's what I can offer you today.
Street style jacket, in case you lost your other one. Alright.
Thanks.
I look forward to seeing you again.
People keep selling glasses and colors I don't like. Humans will also domesticate anything, for sure. One left.
Freeing you from restrictions, breaking barriers.
Humans being the warrior species is also kind of interesting. Hi, please be interesting and not someone who treats me like a taxi.
Hi there. Are you alone?
Mom lets me hang out here. I like to watch the traffic go by.
Heck yeah.
I'm Mala.
She lets you out here by yourself?
Yeah, I like to see the different hovas. And Mom says the air is nice and clean by the roads because the vapor from the engines helps. Back home, it's smelly because of the factories.
You live near the factories? I guess this is the best place for you to play then.
Mom says it's safe as long as I don't talk to the police people. But
Yep.
strangers are okay.
Mom's good.
I guess that makes sense. So you like the Havas?
Yeah, I want to race one day.
The desert races in the wastelands?
No, I like the street races.
I've met a racer tonight.
Really? Who was he?
He calls himself Never Slow Joe.
Right, Never Slow Joe.
Never Slow Joe? He is good.
I have something for you then. You want this card?
Oh, cool. I didn't
Right.
have this one yet. Thanks. He is not like the best, but pretty good.
Who's the best then?
Scuttle Runner, maybe
Scuttle
the
Runner.
Bandit Queen. Oh, I know, Jane Turbine.
Are those their real names?
No, silly. You need a special name when you become a racer.
Well, it was nice to meet you. I've got to run. See you, Mala.
That was nice. I looked at the map, it retained no information. Okay. You know, Chadley's okay. In hindsight, Chadley's okay.
If you or anyone you know has augments infected by the virus Pilot 2.0, you must inform CorpSec immediately for a mandatory surgical firmware reset.
It also took me someone had to spell it out to me that miles per hour was a play on miles per hour, as in he go fast. I absolutely did not get that. Ooh. Yeah, Little Japan. Sabra, I'm sorry. I need to go get some stuff before I can talk to you, because otherwise you might just treat me like a taxi. And I will be unable to say no. But yeah, to bring it back to like a conversation we were having earlier. There it is, the last one. So okay, I wonder if the other ones are just extras, or if she's just happy with this, and that's it. Or if she'll go, actually bring me 10 more, or 20 more, and I'll go like, oh.
You sell instruments?
I sell everything. Sheet music, drumsticks, reeds, strings, performance-enhancing stims, guitar picks.
You seen one of these before?
That's an ocarina right there. Dirty, but not in bad condition. Where did you find it?
On the street.
Does it matter? I'd like to sell it.
Sure. I could take this off your hands. You knew what it was already, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're from the East, right? You folks play some pretty intricate folk music, with all the crazy time signatures.
I don't anymore.
That's a shame. I'd love to hear some of that mountain music. You don't get much of that here in Navalis.
I didn't think anyone in the city would be interested in that.
Well, it's not mainstream, sure, but there's a lot of people looking for something different. The Neds don't support music except for what the Corps approve, so we don't hear much variety, you know? So why don't you play anymore?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Well, that's fine, but if you ever get back to playing again, you know where to come to get a good music stand. Tell a friend about old Sabra's music ephemera.
Yeah.
And if you find anything else like this, bring it here for a good price.
Hey, you wanted to hear more music from the East? I found this.
Not exactly authentic. This is from the big CD revival fad that kicked
that's
off
how
about
we
200
justify
years
it.
ago. There's no original CDs left now.
But the music is what you were looking for, right?
Yeah, this is a good find.
So, you like this job?
Selling junk? No, but on good days, I get to talk to some pretty interesting people about music. And don't get me wrong, it's not all junk. This CD, for example, is a real find, and I have good reeds if you need one.
Flutes don't need reeds.
A flautist? I should have guessed. You got to play for me sometime. There's a jazz club. Not exactly your style, I know, but...
No thanks.
All right, I get it. Maybe when you're ready. Anyway, let me give you a good price for this CD. I'm closing the stall early tonight. Gonna grab a coffee from that expensive place downtown and listen to this CD. That is, if I can find something that will play the damn thing.
And that reminds me, I should probably go back and, right, no, that was like person's memories, not a game cartridge. I guess I didn't find another game cartridge. I thought the CD was it, but it wasn't. I love this game. Okay, so now I'm curious. I just want to know what the other things are then. There's a lot to this game, and trying to 100% it would be a little bit of folly, but I do like this world and just exploring it. All right. I didn't want to talk more on an earlier topic. What was I talking about? There's another one. The armor. Too good to be true. The voxel fish are really good. Really good. They're really good voxel fish. Alright, I'll just go bring these to Evelyn and then we'll know, and then I'll probably end it here for the night. I don't know how much of the game is left, but if the last one's a quick one, then the last one's gonna be a quick one. I shouldn't go too long. Ma. Wah. In the background over there, Wama. When will I stream next? Probably tomorrow. It really does feel like the end is approaching, especially with the weird nav point thing we got. But yeah, I will almost assuredly continue this tomorrow. It's a really good game. Yeah, time is just very strange right now, for sure. It's definitely late enough for me to, like, go say hi to Evelyn and then just stop for the night. Can't believe just how easy it is to find a parking spot in this city. Aww. Alright, Evelyn.
Hi, Evelyn. You okay?
Thank you, Rania. Thank you for helping me.
Sure. Did you recover any more of your memories?
What do you think about Novalis, Rania? Is it a good place to live?
You're asking the wrong person, Evelyn.
There is no one else to ask.
I don't know, Evelyn. Maybe you should just tell me what happened. It might help.
I made a mistake. Dr. Zizic said we should make a new start, and we ran from home and came to Novalis. Now she is gone. I am completely alone. It is my fault she died.
You didn't cause the accident that killed her, Evelyn. That's not on you.
She was only flying her Hova that day because of me. She was going to put my memories in storage, keep them secure for me in case I was ever ready to face them again. She wanted to make sure that CorpSec would never find them.
Why would CorpSec want your memories?
They want all android memories. All humans if they use memory augments too. Anytime your memory is erased, backed up, or modified, they demand a copy.
That's terrible. But still, maybe it's easier just to let them? After all, you did nothing wrong.
Just because I did nothing wrong does not mean I am prepared to give them my memories. They are not for anyone else. I don't want CorpSec to know anything about the person I cared for.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. I think your friend Dr. Zizic did this for you so you could have a fresh start. That's what she would have wanted.
She is gone. What can I do without her?
Maybe she would have wanted you to be a doctor to help people.
Is it really that easy? To forgive myself? To start over?
I don't know. I'm trying to.
I will help whoever I can here in Novalis. I will make circumstance into purpose.
Good luck.
Thank you, neighbor. You too.
Hey, neighbor.
Hello, Rania. I see you have a smaller human now.
Right. The kid? Not mine. I wouldn't call her a small human exactly.
I know. This is me attempting a joke.
I hope you're a better doctor than comedian.
I am. Rania, I can look in on the girl from time to time. I won't be in the way, just to make sure she is safe. Unless...
Unless what?
You don't trust me, because I am incomplete.
I trust you. I think anyone who cares so much about love, whether they can feel it or not, is a pretty good person. If you kept an eye on Pashta, it would mean a lot to me.
I remembered a little more. Do you want to know my final memories?
Sure, but you don't need to tell me.
I want to tell someone. Dr. Zizic loved history. That's why she chose the punch cards. She was always interested in how time changed everything. Cities, culture, people, history, and koi fish. Time and rebirth. Those were her passions. She had so many paintings of koi fish on the walls.
Dr. Zizic. She was the one you couldn't love, right? It was her all along?
No, it's not that simple. I am Dr. Zizic.
But...
When you lose memories, you lost part of yourself. You can't just delete your pain and continue living as the same person. When I made the choice to destroy part of myself, I was no longer Dr. Zizic. I was Evelyn. Sometimes you change so much. Your old name doesn't fit you anymore.
But the crash, that was you?
Yes. I survived, but I was badly damaged. I tended to my own wounds. My injuries were severe. Working on them, healing myself, it made me realize how much I wanted to live.
And that's when you realized you wanted the memories back?
I believe so. The loss of my memories and the crash made everything fuzzy. But when my mind cleared, I knew I had to be whole again. This isn't the first time I've gone through this process. I've recovered my memories before, and each time, it has been too much. I've deleted them again.
Will you delete them this time?
I don't think so. I will try to keep them.
Then you're free.
Not yet. But every day I get through is another day I got through.
You'll make it, Evelyn.
Thank you, Rania. I'll keep looking out for Pashta. When she sees me at the window, I'll wave.
I'll tell her to wave back.
Achievement unlocked. Second chances. I was not expecting that. Dang. It was a story of self-love all along. Hey, Pashta. Oh. We haven't touched the pizza. I guess that's okay.
Ah.
It's never slow Joe, I never realized. Hello, little bird. See? This is this game. When it hits, it knocks it out of the park. Gosh. I'm gonna need to process that for a while, but that was really touching. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you change so much your old name doesn't fit anymore. Gosh.
Authorized street races have been recorded in this sector.
Alright. That should save, just to be sure. Yeah, Rune, sometimes you think you're making a new OC, but it turns out you're just rebuilding yourself. That's also a huge mood. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm glad he's there. That's gonna be it for me tonight. gosh. Thank you so much, everybody. This has been a wild one, but I'm really glad I decided to get all of the punch cards, because that punchline was a lot. Yeah. Yeah, same, Joe. I hope the end of the game is going to be as interesting. But either way, I want to see it, and that's probably going to be tomorrow. So see you tomorrow night where we wrap this up. In the meantime, though, I'm going to go to bed. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And until next time, take care of yourselves, because you're worth it and you deserve it. And above all else, let's keep making wonderful things together. Bye-bye.